Hello everybody. So I'm back. It's been a very, very long week. A long, difficult week, but I have a couple days off now from work because I don't know if you have Boxing Day in the United States, but we get an extra day off after Christmas. It's called Boxing Day. Wait a minute. I thought I had a... What the fuck? Did it not save? Okay, let me see here. Oh, fuck me. Okay, file. Let's see. Load save state. Okay, there we go. Okay. I was the one who left first. I'll take responsibility for everything. No fair playing the martyr. Nobody made me go with you. I left of my own free will. I'm ready to accept my punishment too. Well, Boyd, your punishment must be more severe. Oh. Oops. Okay, that would explain why it was not coming out. Okay. There we go. Wait, what am I saying? Please, Commander Greal. Titania entrusted me with her orders. If anyone's to blame for this mess, it's me. I'm the one who should be punished. I set a poor example, Commander Greal. Any punishment should be mine alone. I'm pleased to see that you're all willing to shield each other, however. Regardless of the reasons you disobeyed the orders of a superior officer, you are confined to quarters for 10 days. I mean... Shouldn't they be doing something else? Like, it just seems like a waste of time. Like, they need that time to train. Can't he make just Ike go do, like, some manual labor, like chop firewood for a couple weeks? For, like, a week? I don't know. Rules exist for a reason, Mist. Men won't survive on a battlefield if they do as they wish without so much as a by your leave. I mean, Grail does make a good point here. Discipline is probably the single most important thing an army can have. That was honestly a large reason why Rome was so successful. Because Roman soldiers wouldn't run away. So when other people were fighting, like particularly the barbarians, the various barbarian tribes they were fighting, they would run away. But the Romans, generally speaking, wouldn't. They would hold formation, etc. I understand and accept the reprimand. That being said, we've got more work than we can handle. Your punishment is deferred until things calm down. Oscar, Boyd, Riss, you come with me. Shinon, Gatry, and you, Ike, you're with me. Okay. Look at those GameCube graphics. It's so weird because the textures and stuff look a lot nicer in this than they do normally. But despite that all, I don't know, it just doesn't look that great in general. Fetch me some grub. Okay, I remember this level. This isn't a bad level. Hopefully I can level my troops up a bit here. Okay, the issue though is Titania, what was I thinking about Titania? Actually, Titania stays pretty good throughout the game. Shinon and Gatry will leave pretty soon. And once they leave, they don't come back for a really long time. So it's not really worth it to level them too much at this point. Okay. So let's see here. Choose units. Okay, they're away, so I can't deploy them. Items. I don't have access to the convoy yet, unfortunately. If you have in the convoy, you can move things around. So I don't have to. If I had the convoy, I wouldn't have to carry everything with me, which would be nice because there's way too much stuff that these characters have. Let's see here. Titania, Shinon, Oscar. Okay, let's continue. Anyways, let's go. Conditions. Kill everybody. Okay, begin. Let me just save this before we start. Okay. Yeah, so my Switch should be coming tomorrow, so expect a quality content unboxing video tomorrow, which is one of the highest forms of cancer. I don't know, there's few things that are more cancerous than unboxing videos, but they're fun, so. Oh. Yep, Ike is a god among men. It would be pretty easy to do an Ike only run. It would probably be easier than playing it with the other characters, to be honest. The only issue is I can't counter distance. I'm not sure, maybe Ragnell can. I don't remember if it can or not. No damage. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I think Titania doesn't get very much XP at this point in the game because she's pre-promoted. But people tell me she's pretty good throughout the game. So I'm going to bother leveling her. Shinon, I think, starts out as a sniper. Yeah, he starts out promoted, so he is ridiculously good. But there's no real point in using him now. Yeah, that's the thing with archers. Archers and mages are interesting because they start off extremely frail, but once they get up a bit at level-wise, they become very dodgy. They're very good at dodging, so it kind of makes up for the fact that they are very... Oh, there's Nasir. Okay, so he's a dragon. Let's see here. Got an elixir. Good. Ike do terrible things. Ike's kind of surrounded, but I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll just get Gatry to kill this guy. Okay. Yeah, they're not going to be able to hit Shinon at all. Shinon sounds like the name of a protagonist from like a Kingdom Hearts game. I guess that's basically what he is a Kingdom Hearts protagonist. Ooh, that was not a good level. I was hoping Ike would get some defense. Oh, fuck. Am I gonna lose this mission? I am, aren't I? Oh! Okay, I thought for sure Ike was gonna die there. Well, that's good. That could have gone a lot worse. Okay, so we have Ike. Yeah, it's too bad. I don't think you get another knight in this game other than Gatry. And I've always liked knights. They're one of my favorite classes. They've nerfed them in kind of the newer games just because they've made magic users a lot better and they've made a lot more hybrid classes like that can use magic and that can use both magic and physical attacks. So they have really nerfed the crap out of knights, but they're still good for one thing and one thing only, which is holding doorways and holding choke points. There's certain units I call door units, and basically their job is just to sit on a doorway and hold that. And when it comes to just holding a doorway, there's pretty much no unit in the game that's better than a knight for that. Maybe a Myrmidon, but Myrmidons require a lot of XP investment to get, like, usable. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's Marcia. Cool. Marsh is really good. Pegasus Knights are another class where they don't start out as being very good, but they get really good as they level up. It's interesting. So only women can be Pegasus Knights. Men and women can be Wyvern Riders. In this game, you get Jill, who's a female Wyvern Rider, and there's Heath, I think his name is, who's... No, Heath is in a different game. I think Sar or something, who is a male Wyvern Rider. Bad guys are normally Wyvern Riders in Fire Emblem. It's just the way it is. Okay. Do beat him, Gatry. Here we go. Okay, level up. Oh, that was a great level. Yeah, Knights have crap speed. It doesn't matter. Their job is to take it. Have you played any of the Berserk games for the PS2? Are they any good? No, I haven't played any of the Berserk games. I have no idea if they're good or not. I haven't really... I've seen the original series. I've seen whatever Berserk 2016 is out. I'm trying to think what else I've seen. I read like the first volume of the manga. I just have never kind of sat down and taken the time to read Berserk. I think it's pretty long, but it's not a it's a really good series. I've been thinking of doing a video called Griffith Did Nothing Wrong, where like I actually try to argue that he did nothing wrong, because you know how that's like a meme. Griffith did nothing wrong when he obviously did everything wrong. But like trying to actually do a video where I argue that. Anime games. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 was really, really good, surprisingly. Probably because it covered some of like the best moments of the late series manga. Like it covered the Shinobi World War arc. It covered Naruto and Kyuubi finally reconciling. It covered the 5 Kage fighting Madara. Speaking of Madara, I wish that I had like my IRL voice sounded like the voice actor who plays Madara. If I had that, I would like kill somebody for a voice like his. It's just so deep. Okay, Heveti. Or like Ahoy. I don't know. Defeat boss. Okay. I'll retreat so I can maybe kill some of the other guys. Okay. Okay, yeah, so let me try to like summarize what my argument would be that Griffith did nothing wrong. When Griffiths talked about wanting his own kingdom, he never said like why he wanted his own kingdom beyond the fact that he just wanted power. Like he didn't say, in my new kingdom, every man will be a king, it'll be more equal, it will be more just. He never makes any kind of claim or statement that his kingdom is going to be anything that is anything idealistic, and that it's just a vanity project for him. And I think what Griffith would argue is if his army was willing to sacrifice themselves by dying in combat for his dream, what's the difference between that and sacrificing themselves during the eclipse? And I think kind of one of the core themes of Berserk, and why I find the idea of the concept of the idea of evil so interesting, is the idea of evil. Kind of the point behind it is evil exists in the Berserk universe because men want it to give their lives meaning. So their kind of collective unconsciousness created this supreme evil god because it's a way of, I guess, kind of offloading their guilt and blame. So they can say, I'm not to blame. The world isn't bad because of people. The world's bad because of this supernatural force. And that desire created it. And the idea of evil is, to a large extent, acting on the wishes of humanity. Actually, it's interesting because if I remember when Griffith goes to... yes, I did talk to Marcia. To the idea of evil says, redeem the world or destroy it. Either way, it'll be mankind's will. Which I think is very accurate to kind of the theme of it. And then once again, you can say Griffith raped Casca, but you could argue that he was kind of fulfilling her wish because she was in love with him, etc. In kind of a twisted way. So it's kind of interesting. Griffith is an interesting character. Berserk is full of kind of interesting characters. Guts is very interesting. I think one of kind of the most interesting parts of kind of their relationship is how in the initially, like, Guts is the out of control, like, amoral one, and then over time he gets more put together and more kind of confident, and Griffith just kind of degenerates into a nervous psycho. There we go. That was a pretty easy level. We've driven off all the pirates. Your people will suffer no more indignities at their hands. That's joyful news. Here's your pay. Thank you very much. Did you find yourself in need again? Do not hesitate to send word. Of course, of course. All of you put on a most marvelous show. Such combat skills. Okay, let's see here. You're more than good enough to be in the Royal Army if you so desired, especially Commander Grail. He's far and away better than most any general I've seen hereabouts. Foreshadowing. Or what I mean to say is, don't you think running off pirates is a bit beneath you? That's not, don't get me wrong, okay, you certainly helped us out. Even so, it seems to me the proper place for you and your Commander Grail is in the service of the Crimean throne. Well, that's what this old man thinks. We and Commander Grail are quite satisfied with the work we do now. You're nary a selfish bone among you. Well then, rest assured we'll speak again if any problems arise. Thank you again. Titania, is something amiss? I mean, it's kind of like super obvious that Titania is an ex-royal knight. Because, I mean, look at her. She looks like a noble woman. She doesn't look like a commoner. Grail, obviously, I don't know. There is no real reason, I guess, for them to think that they're higher than that, but yeah. Okay, let's see here. We're not a band of money-hungry recruits. We're professionals, and we're very good at what we do. Sheena and I have discussed this at length. All this mundane mercenary work is beneath us. We're wasting our talents. You're telling me that you think Commander Grail is mismanaging us. Do I have that right? Well, he is mismanaging you. Hold it right there. That's not what I'm saying at all. What is it, Titania? What's what? You seem angry. It's not like you. Exactly. Ike's got the right of it. It's just that we do good work. And we help people. I want you to be proud of that. I feel like you were saying work that doesn't bring fame and fortune isn't worth doing. That's all, sorry. No, you're right. We are the ones who ought to apologize. Enough, let's get going, shall we? Rest is part of our jobs, too. We can't get into our next battle exhausted. Now that's a plan. I'm so hungry I could eat a wyvern. I could eat an octorok. Titania, what is it? If you're looking for pride, I have it. You and my father have kept this mercenary group together. Titania should be in charge. Griel is really incompetent. I'm just proud to be part of it, that's all. Ike. Pa, I'm surrounded by idealistic fools. What's so wrong with fame? What's so wrong with having money to live well? He does raise a good point. Okay, let me just save. Oh, I think it's this level. I forget. This level, I think, is mildly difficult. Oh, there's Soren. I love... Well, I don't know how to feel if I like Soren or not. Soren's a massive dick, but that's kind of part of his charm. Ike, I've got to tell you something. Listen to this. Settle down, miss. It's too early for you to be yelling like that. Now, what's going on? Soren's back. He just arrived. Really? That's odd. He wasn't supposed to be back. Returned for a while yet. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be making a lot of gay jokes because Ike and Soren are very obviously gay. Or at least they have a very, like, non-subtle, like, homosexual thing going on there behind the scenes. Kind of the weird thing is Soren hates literally everyone else. He hates literally everyone else, but he likes Ike. And Ike is like the embodiment of everything that Soren hates. He's like stupid, he's loud, he's idealistic, etc. But he has this kind of like man crush on Ike. So he overlooks all of his flaws. And I maintain he kind of has feeling for him. I know, I wonder what you're doing back so soon. It's probably nothing to worry about. I'll go and talk to him. Where is he? In the mess hall. I think he wanted to talk to Father. Right, I'll go check there. I don't think Ike is gay. I think he's just too dumb to breed. Like, I don't think he knows what girls are. Troubling news indeed. Gather the troops. Yes, Commander. Hoist the colors. Let's see here. Ike, if you've got time to waste, you've got time to work. Get over to the briefing room. Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on around here? Then again, I could see Soren actually being a woman. I think that's very probable. I think it's confirmed that Soren is a branded. I think he's I forget if he's half raven, half human, or what it is, but I think he's a halfie. Okay. Titania. Titania is though it's not an English name, but Titania is a Russian name or a Slavic name. Bad news, something big is happening. We need to formulate a plan of action. Soren. Hello, Ike. Long time no see. I'm happy to see you're back, but what happened? I thought you were going to be studying for a while longer. It's a long story. What's the holdup? Get over here now. Let's go. Commander Greel's like, you two can flirt on your own time. You probably remember that Soren's been training with another mercenary group. Well, now he's back, and he has some unbelievable news. I think it's Titania. I'm pretty sure there's Tanya and there's Titania, and he has some unbelievable news. What news is that? It's Crimea and Dane. They've gone to war. War? It can't be. That's what I've called everyone here. Soren has some information. Go ahead, Soren. All right. Take a look at this map. It's a map of Crimea. Quite detailed from the looks of it. Yes, this is Malor. Melior, Crimea's capital. I love how they just came up with Crimea. Like, they couldn't come up with anything, like, more creative than that. Our base of operations is right about here. It looks like kind of a crappy map to me. Everything started 3 days ago. I needed to do some research, so I went to the archives of Melior's Royal Library. Without warning, the scream of a terrible beast, a wyvern perhaps, rent the air, and the building was rocked by a tremor. I rushed outside and saw wave after wave of knights, cavalry, and wyvern riders, each clad in glistening ebon black armor, black as night. The Daean army? Correct. Was there a provocation? As you know, relations between Crimea and Daean have never been friendly. There's always, like, the peaceful kingdom that gets invaded, and then there's always, like, the evil king, the evil kingdom led by the Mad King. Okay, so this is how every Fire Emblem game works. Okay, so there's the good kingdom that's kind of pacifistic that gets invaded by the evil kingdom, who's led by the Mad King, and there's a dragon or someone who's pulling the strings behind, like a literal dragon pulling the strings behind him, and then, like, I don't know. And they're always wyvern riders. However, the past centuries have only seen minor skirmishes, nothing that has ever approached the scale of this attack. It was brutal and without warning. Daean laid the capital to waste. I've never seen destruction on this scale before. A swift attack, devastating and brutal. A daring gambit indeed. But if it succeeds, a well-chosen one at that. You know what's interesting? It's interesting to think what military, like, strategy and technology would be like in a world where you have wyverns and Pegasus Knights, because you have to start thinking in 3D then. I mean, Pegasus Knights are pretty light, but wyvern riders are basically flying tanks, so I don't know how that would work. Yes, the King of Daean would not hesitate to employ such treacherous tactics. What happened next? Hey, it's a guy who kind of looks like Hector. King Crimea's brother deployed the Crimean army to meet the attack. The king ordered his people to flee the city before the battle reached them. Fearing the worst, I also fled and made my way here. So we don't know how the tides of battle flow now, do we? Well, they suck, so they got their asses kicked. That's alright. Word of war cannot have traveled far yet. We may well be the first ones who know of it out here. You did well to bring us this information, Soren. I know some risk was involved. It was nothing. Daean has invaded Crimea. We may be mercenaries, but this still affects us. Yeah, you can go work for Daean. What are we going to do? That's the question of the day. How do you see it, Titania? Crimea is the closest thing our company has to a homeland. The Crimean royal family of noble houses have been generous, providing us with many lucrative jobs. From a moral standpoint as well as a business one, it's in our best interest to help Crimea. Yeah, this band of like 6 people is somehow going to defeat the like entire armed forces of a militarized kingdom. And you, Soren? I agree on one point. We are mercenaries. We are not Crimea's private militia. No coin has crossed our palms, so I think we should stay out of it. I love that. I love Soren. I love how he's just like, fuck it. Why are we risking our necks for these assholes? We aren't part of the Crimean army. If they pay us to fight, we'll fight. If they don't pay us to fight, we won't fight. So you would have us sit and watch as Crimea is overrun? I would. Dane's troops are superior in both numbers and morale. The chances of a Crimean victory are slim indeed. But Crimea is ruled by King Ramon, who is known throughout the land for his wisdom. And his brother Duke Renning is said to possess peerless valor and courage. Okay, that doesn't mean he's a good general. Daean might not find victory so easily. Valor and courage are children's tales in terms of military prowess. In terms of military prowess, Daean's King Ashnard is every bit Lord Renning's equal. Well, he's right. I mean, Genghis Khan was one of the most evil people in human history, but he was a very skilled general. Victory will hinge on troop numbers and supplies. Idea is superior in both. I think the outcome is painfully obvious. Stop injecting pragmatism and logic into this, Soren. Curse you, Soren. Crimea's not doomed. What a, like, Titania, you're second in command. If they could turn aside Dane's initial thrust and turn it into a test of endurance. With the Crimean army both demoralized and ill-prepared, they simply will not be able to hold out that long. Alright, that's enough, both of you. I hear what you say, however, we must ascertain the current situation before we decide any course of action. We'll send a scouting party to get a closer look. Ike, I want you in charge of this. Assemble your men and get going. Tanya will accompany you as an advisor. Commander, you must be joking. He's just a boy, and he's had barely more than just a taste of battle. Yeah, why the fuck are they putting Ike in charge of the army? Imperator Drakon says Titania was a former Crimean knight, so she might be biased. Yeah, well, it's pretty obvious she's a former Crimean knight. What do you expect a whelp like him to accomplish? Shinan, since you're so concerned, you can go too. Wait, that's not what... Blast. Foiled again. Who else? Gatry, Riss, and Soren, that should do. Father, wait, you want me... That was an order. Get moving. There's no time to waste. Yes, sir. Titania, I'm going out for a bit. I want to give you... I want you to give Ike some direction. Understood. Yes, sir. Ike, wait up. What? Here, this is for you. Regal sword. Okay, cool. I'll do voices some other time. My throat's kind of tired today. From Father, he told me to come and give it to you. It's beautiful. This is the first sword you've gotten that wasn't a hand-me-down from somebody else, isn't it? That's great. Yeah, be careful, and bring me a souvenir, something nice. I've never been to Melior before. Mist, I'm not going on a vacation. Blast! What's kind of cool in Radiant Dawn, they introduced third tier classes. Because normally there's only first or second tier. And in the third game they introduced third tier, which is interesting. Bradshaw Brinkley says, a mage on a wyvern would be so OP. Yeah, they have them. They're called... Fuck, what are they called? Malignites. Malignites. Oh, hey Joe Schmo. Good to see you, man. You haven't said a word in quite some time. I don't understand what my father's doing. Why put a new recruit like me in charge of something so important? You're going to succeed him as his commander one day, because this is a nepotistic organization. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this is boring. Can we just get to the fucking fight already? I want to get to the mission. How do things look over there, Soren? Same as here, there are corpses strewn everywhere. There are quite a lot of them, especially when you consider how far we are from the capital. Are they Crimean? Judging by the armor, the vast majority of the dead are Daean soldiers. So Crimea has the upper hand. I'm emulating. I don't want to spend like $300 on this. To buy this would be like the cost of 2 Switch games. Oh, by the way, my Switch is coming tomorrow, so we'll do an unboxing video. Long story short, I got instead of getting a raise, I got a couple $100 like gift or something like that. So they're like, we can't give you a raise, we can't give you like a monetary bonus, but we can give you a present, so pick something out and we'll like buy it. So I got a Switch. So the Crimean soldiers were members of the Imperial Guard. Why would there be Imperial Guard for a kingdom? Wouldn't there only be an Imperial Guard for an empire? Like, wouldn't the Pegasus Knights would be the Imperial Guard, right? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Let's just move on. This means King Ramon or another member of the royal family was on the move before Dane's soldiers fell on them. Could it have been Lord Renning? No, as long as the Crimean army still draws breath, Lord Renning will not leave their command. Perhaps another member of the court. We've got Dane's soldiers moving in our location and they don't look happy. You there, who are you? What are you doing here? We're no one you need. You're armed, heed me, drop your weapons and surrender. Act quickly or else. Listen to me, fool, you're making a mistake. We're not... Ah, you're not going to cooperate, huh? Ready your weapons, men. Move in and kill them all. Getting caught up in some skirmish is not part of the plan. But they're obviously not going to listen to us. Grail mercenaries, get ready to fight. Okay. Choose units. Okay, I can't change who I deploy. Let's see here. Ike has weapons. I'll give her that, and Ike that sword. Shinon's fine, Riss is fine, Soren's fine, Gatry's fine. Okay, let's start. I'm playing this on normal difficulty. Iron sword. Let's see, let's move Gatry up. Gatry can pretty much handle this by himself. He doesn't even really need Ike. TBH. Let's see. Nope, got lots of room, so I'll move him up there. We can't let Riz get hit. Okay, there we go. Good, I can feed him to Soren. If memory serves, Soren becomes really good later in the game. He just sucks, because most mages really suck at low levels, and then they become really good later. The issue is, once again, they just don't have any defense, but once they get high enough speed, they can start dodging everything. Yeah, he's going to do no damage. Oh, he's doubling people, wow. Gatry just has like a half dozen guys just dogpiling him. Okay. Ike, you take the bush. Gatry. Shove Sword out of the way. We can't let him get hurt. And Titania can move there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just don't want to use Titania too much because I want to get XP for Soren and Ike as soon as possible so I can level up other characters later on. So yeah, so using cover in Fire Emblem increases your defense and it reduces your chance of getting hit. So Ike's in a bush, so that helps him out a lot. Oh, I usually max out Ike before I even hit Serenus because he's so good. Serenus, or as a friend of mine called it, the mission from hell. Literally the most difficult mission in this game. Just because it goes on so long. And if you're not using save states, you have to beat the whole mission in one go, and it takes like hours to beat that mission. Oh, okay. Okay. Things are going pretty good. Oh, okay, they're running away. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Serena's Forest is like a hard level. It's just very, very long. And kind of annoying. Just because, like I said, it goes on for such a long period of time. And apparently there's like a bonus character I think you can get. I forget if it's that level or there's some level you can get a bonus character who's like some swords master. And I've never been able to get him just because I always forget that he's even in the game. Oh, Stefan, right. I mean, I don't really care that much because Mia, I like Mia and Z a lot, so... By that point in the game, I don't really need another Swords Master because normally I have Mia and... what's her name also? Oh, good job, Soren. That was a terrible level. That was a truly like one of the worst levels I've ever seen. Okay, there we go. Problem is, Riz needs to like heal people to get some more XP. Bam. Okay. It'll be also nice once I get I think you can buy stuff in this game, can't you? I think once you get the caravan, you can buy at least low-level stuff. Which would be good, because really I have no, I don't really have any resources at the moment. I have a decent amount of, like, swords and axes and stuff, but I only have one wind tome and I only have the one staff. Yeah, I mean, I have beaten this game before. It's been a long time since I played it. So if I seem kind of confused, it's just because I haven't played the game in a while. Yeah, 1 damage against Gatry. Okay, I'm just gonna save state this because I might fuck this up. Okay, there we go. That was a really good level. All right, good job, Soren. Good job, Soren. Okay, Ike, you can go back there. Riss, heal him. Okay. Oh, shit. Fuck. I'm sure Soren will... Okay, so I'm sure the Knight's not going to double him. Okay, Soren doubled the Knight. Okay, good. That could have gone really, really, really bad. Very, very, very easily. The glowing bushes are heal bushes, so if you park a unit there, they heal at the end of their turn. So Regal Sword is super effective against armor. Okay. Well, maybe this is a lesson not to attack random heavily armored groups of people. Maybe that's like the moral of this story. If you see a bunch of dudes with yeah. Did we suffer any casualties? Any wounded or dead? Excellent. No. Let's move on. I don't know. Taking out those Dane soldiers may have been a bad move. Hey Shidon, what are you doing now? This swine's got some nice weapons. Besides, he ain't gonna complain. He won't need them where he's going. Shinon, get a hold of yourself. We can't afford such behavior now. Steal from the dead on your own time. Why can't he take the money off of the dead, like, guys? The guys were trying to kill them. They have a right to their property. I think that's covered under, like, natural property rights or something like that. Natural property boundaries, as it were. Anyways, guys, I just have to grab something. I'll be back in a minute, and a word from our sponsor. I've never tried the play ad feature now. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I'm back. Let's clear out of here. We have to tell the commander what happened. Let's take this road. We should be able to cut through the forest and... Huh? Something wrong? No, as I said, this road... Wait, Ike, I just saw something move on the far side of that thicket. A wounded soldier, perhaps? Let's go have a look. Careful now. If you're playing Conquest, I'd recommend either normal casual or hard casual. I don't like Classic. I just really don't like Classic. I normally play hard casual in the newer Fire Emblem games. Is kind of what I find is a good difficulty. I just don't like permadeath. I don't think it makes the game more fun. Did you find anything, Riz? It's a woman. Leave her. We shouldn't get involved in matters that don't concern us. Oh. Thank goodness. It looks like she merely fainted. Right, we'd better take her with us for now and make sure she's all right. Give me a hand, will you, Riz? Of course. I don't like this. Soren's like, once again, the voice of reason in this band. In Conquest, if you want to buy this one DLC, I forget what it's called, but it's only $1 or $2. And if you buy it, then it adds in a repeatable grinding level, which is very helpful because there's no normal grinding in Conquest. Anyways, guys, I am exhausted. I just kind of wanted to come on and say hi to everybody. There'll be a couple more streams probably over the weekend. So that's really all I had for this evening. Good night and God bless.